Genghis Khan built one of the largest empires in history. His armies crossed deserts, mountains, and entire kingdoms. Rulers feared his name. Cities surrendered before his horsemen even arrived. But Genghis Khan was not born powerful. He was born as Temujin, a boy on the harsh Mongolian steppe, where life could change in a single day. So how did an abandoned child become one of the most feared leaders the world has ever known? Temujin was born around 1162 near the Onan River in Mongolia. His people were nomads. They lived with horses, sheep, and tents, moving across the grasslands to survive. On the steppe, loyalty mattered. Without it, a family could lose everything. Temujin's father, Yesugei, was a respected warrior, but when Temujin was still young, his father was poisoned by enemies. After his father's death, Temujin's clan abandoned his family. His mother, his siblings, and Temujin were left alone. No army, no protection, no easy way to survive. They hunted, gathered food, and fought through hunger. Most people would have disappeared into history. But Temujin learned from pain. He learned that loyalty was stronger than noble blood. And he learned that weakness could be fatal. As he grew older, Temujin began gathering followers. He did not only choose people because of family or status, he chose people who were brave, useful, and loyal. That idea made him different, and it made him dangerous. In the 1180s, Temujin's wife, Borte, was kidnapped by a rival tribe. Instead of accepting defeat, Temujin formed alliances and attacked back. Borte was rescued, and Temujin's reputation grew. People began to see him as more than a survivor. They saw a leader. But the steppe was full of betrayal. One of Temujin's closest former allies, Jamuka, became his enemy. Their rivalry became a battle for the future of the Mongols. Jamuka stood for the old world of noble birth. Temujin stood for loyalty, skill, and discipline. Slowly, more tribes chose Temujin, not because he was kind, but because he won. In 1206, Temujin united the Mongol tribes. At a great assembly, he was given a new title, Genghis Khan. He was no longer an abandoned boy. He was the ruler of a united Mongol nation. Then he turned that nation into a weapon. His warriors could ride for days, shoot arrows from horseback, and attack faster than enemies expected. They used fake retreats, surprise attacks, and fear itself as part of war. In 1211, Genghis Khan attacked northern China in the Jin dynasty. The Mongols faced huge cities and strong walls, so they adapted. They learned siege warfare, they used engineers, they studied their enemies and changed their tactics. Genghis Khan's army did not just fight hard, it learned fast. In 1219, Genghis Khan launched a devastating campaign against the Khwarezmian Empire. After Mongol envoys and merchants were killed, he answered with total war. His armies swept through Central Asia. Some cities surrendered, others resisted and were destroyed. By then, Genghis Khan had become a force that empires could not ignore. But his empire was not built by war alone. He protected trade routes. He used fast messengers. He valued skilled people like engineers, doctors, and craftsmen. He understood that conquest could win land, but systems were needed to hold it. In 1227, Genghis Khan died during a campaign against the Western Xia. The exact details of his death remain uncertain, but his empire did not die with him. His descendants expanded it even further, until the Mongol Empire stretched across much of Asia and into Europe. Genghis Khan's legacy is complicated. He united divided tribes and changed world history, but his conquests also caused terrible destruction and suffering. He was not simply a hero, and he was not simply a monster. He was a boy abandoned by the world who grew into a man powerful enough to shake it. Temujin began with nothing. Genghis Khan ended with an empire. And his story shows how survival, loyalty, and ambition can turn one broken life into a force that changes history.